Guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is March 11, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up. And once again, thank you so much for your support. US President Donald Trump says will shortly be declaring a national emergency on electricity after Canadian province of Ontario imposes 25% surcharge on electricity exports to New York State, Michigan, and Minnesota. Once again, U.S. President Donald Trump will declare national emergency. Now you have the Ontario Premier Ford. He came out last night and he said that he's going to slap U.S. with tariff when it comes to electricity, and that New York, Minnesota, and Michigan are going to feel the pain, meaning that the bill is going to skyrocket. And 1.5 million households is going to be impacted. So he also warned that if Donald continue with the tariff, which by the way, Donald just slapped Canada again with tariff, but Ford said last night if the U.S. continue with the tariff, he's going to slap even more and completely turn off the lights. All right, so yeah, we are seeing something here, guys. We are definitely seeing something here. We do have a lot more information. Donald just responded, why would our country allow another country to supply us with electricity, even for a small area? Who made this decision and why? And can you imagine Canada stooping so low as to use electricity that so affects the life of innocent people as a bargaining chip and threat? They will pay a financial price for this, so big that it will be read about in history books for many, many years to come. Oh. Alright guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with your friends, families, and loved ones. I appreciate the love and support. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, once again, we do have the PayPal link and the Cash App link in the description box. Also, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on YouTube. And also, guys, I posted videos today. The link will be in the comments box. Alright. This is a big breaking news, guys. Massive bombshell report. Donald is sending all these messages. Look at this one here. Look at this one. So, U.S. to impose 50%. 50! Wow, I thought it was 25. So, U.S. to impose 50% tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum starting tomorrow in response to Ontario 25% electricity tariff. Well, again, Ford said that if Donald slapped Canada with tariff, he would turn off the lights. Look out, New York. Look out, Minnesota. And look out, Michigan. Hold on, give me a second. Let me just read this really quick. So based on Ontario, Canada placing a 25% tariff on electricity coming into the United States, I have instructed my Secretary of Commerce to add an additional 25% tariff to 50% on all steel and aluminum coming into the U.S. from Canada, one of the highest tariffing nations anywhere in the world. This will go into effect tomorrow morning, March 12th, 2025. Also, Canada must immediately drop the anti-American farmer tariff of 250% to 390% on various U.S. dairy products, which has long been considered outrageous. I will shortly be declaring a national emergency on electricity within the threatened area. That's New York, Michigan, and Minnesota. This will allow the U.S. to quickly do what it has to be done to alleviate this abusive threat from Canada. If other egregious long-time tariffs are not likewise dropped by Canada, I will substantially increase on April the 2nd the tariffs on cars coming into the U.S., which will essentially, give me a second here, which will essentially permanently shut down the automobile manufacturing business in Canada. Man, he's really upset. Look at all this thing that he's writing. Man. Oh man, this is not looking good, guys. This is absolutely not looking good. So again, the governor of New York, she is furious with Donald, saying, "How dare you go after Canada? We need Congress to act right now and stop the Donald. He's a madman, I'll tell you, mad." But yikes, buckle up. This thing just hit a whole new level. On top of that, Canada has a new prime minister. I think his name is Mark Carley. Mark something. I truly apologize if I'm saying his name wrong. Mark said he left a speech when he was elected prime minister. He told Donald, "Yeah, I'm not Justin. I'm coming for you, Donald." Donald's like, "I'm coming for you guys. You will become the 51st state. You hear me, Governor?" Those cars can easily be made in the USA. Also, Canada pays very little for national security, relying on the US for military protection. Man. We are subsidizing Canada to the tune of more than $200 billion a year. Man, why? This cannot continue. The only thing that makes sense is for Canada to become our cherished 51st state. This will make all tariff and everything else totally disappear. Canadians' taxes will be very substantially reduced. They will be more secure militarily and otherwise than ever before. There will no longer be a northern border problem, and the greatest and most powerful nation in the world will be bigger, better, and stronger than ever, and Canada will be a big part of that. The artificial line of separation drawn many years ago will finally disappear, and we will have the safest and most beautiful nation anywhere in the world. And your brilliant anthem, "O Canada," will continue to play, but now representing a great and powerful state within the greatest nation the world has ever seen. Man. Oh man, that's the Donald. That is the Donald. What do you guys think? Leave comments on below. What do you guys... again, we are seeing something here. We are definitely seeing something here. They go Donald, and you have the Premier, Ontario Premier, Ford. Ford is the one that threatened Donald, saying, "Hey, man, I will turn off the lights. You better stop messing with me. I will turn off the lights." And give me a second here. I want to bring that up really quick. And I did play the video last night. I did play the video. Again, we talked about this yesterday. It was a 3-minute video of him announcing about the lights off. Ontario Premier says he is prepared to cut power supplies to the U.S. if needed. I believe something big is coming. That's why Donald is going to declare national emergency. They're going to turn off the lights. The lights will be turned off. All right, so guys, the verse of the day is going to be my next video. I truly apologize. So U.S. President raises tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum to 50%. This comes a few days after the Red Dragon imposed 100% tariff on select Canadian imports. This is the new Prime Minister. So this is, again, not looking good for Canada. It's not looking good. Donald to double Canada's steel aluminum tariff to 50% and will shortly declare national emergency. Man, on electricity. So if you live out there in New York, if you live in Michigan and Minnesota, those are the 3 states that is going to be affected. All right, so I don't know if it's going to be lights out like pitch black, but Ontario Premier Ford said he will completely turn it off. And he said that he doesn't want to, and he doesn't want to hurt the Americans. He's like, but this is one man and one man only that's causing all this, and his name is Donald. So New York Governor Kathy, she is very furious. She's urging Congress to step in and put a stop to this. Also, you do have other left governors sounding the alarm, trying to urge Congress, you need to do something. Donald is becoming a madman. I tell you, he's mad. So, U.S. President Donald announced on Tuesday, March 11, that he's doubling the tariff on all steel and aluminum imports from Canada, hiking it from 25% to 50%. Please share the video. It says here, calling Canada one of the highest tariffing nations anywhere in the world, he said that the import duties would go into effect tomorrow morning. So based on Ontario, Canada placing 25% tariff on electricity coming into the United States, I have instructed my Secretary of Commerce to add an additional 25% tariff to 50% in all steel. So we're going to skip this. We already know that. So here's the emergency announcement. Will shortly declare national emergency on electricity. Donald further slashed out on Canada and said that he will shortly declare national emergency on electricity within the threatened area. Again, New York, Michigan, and Minnesota, which he said will allow the United States to take a responsive action to alleviate this abusive warning from Ottawa. Guys, leave comments down below. Do you think Donald is out of hand? Do you think that he might be going to the extreme with this tariff stuff? Leave comments down below. What do you guys think about the his tariff on Canada and Mexico? You think that is a good thing or a bad thing? And now the reason why he's doing this, and he said it a couple of times, he said that he wants to bring the companies back to America and make America again, made in America again. The cars to be produced in Detroit, and bring all the companies that once were here in the US. So by slapping tariff, and also when it comes to the drug fentanyl that's coming through Canada and Mexico border. So again, he said that this tariff war is going to be a little brutal, but at the very end we will win and we will become rich. That's what he said. We will be powerful. So leave comments down below. What do you guys think about this? One thing I tell you that we haven't seen anything like this ever. And again, Donald is a businessman. Even though he faced possibly a couple of bankruptcy and stuff like that, but he's still very powerful. So he knows about bankruptcy. He knows about making money. He knows about business. And I'm not saying he's going to take this country to a massive bankruptcy. This country is already in bankrupt. Almost 40 trillion. That wasn't him. Again, it was previous administrations. It says here, I will shortly be declaring a national emergency on electricity within the threatening area. This will allow the U.S. We already know that. Let's skip it. Donald's statement came following the imposition of 25% electricity surcharge on 3 U.S. states, Minnesota, New York, and Michigan, by Canada's Ontario province, permanently shut down automobile manufacturing business in Canada. He then threatened further tariff, which he said would permanently shut down the automobile manufacturing business in Canada if other egregious lifetime tariff are not likewise dropped by Canada. I was subsequently increased on April the 2nd the tariff on cars coming into the U.S., which will essentially permanently shut down the automobile manufacturing business in Canada. Those cars can easily be made in the USA. Also, Canada pays very little for national security, relying on the United States for military protection. We are subsidizing Canada to the tune of more than $200 billion a year. Why? He said. Okay, so a lot of this stuff is just breaking down the things that he said. So, again, this is a big, massive breaking news. Donald has sent a strong message. Now, I might play that video one more time. Give me a second here. What is this? Hold on, something just came out. Insider Paper just posted this. Breaking news. Canadians who are in the U.S. for 30 days or longer will have to register their information in the United States Gov. That's something big there. Someone said that's not new. It's the same for Americans entering Canada. Now, this information this information was from yesterday. I want to bring this up really quick. Let me just play this video one more time. Um, Once again, please share it. Let me just block something really quick here, right? Because I do not want to get hit with a copyright that trademark. All right, so this is what the Ontario Premier Ford said. Let me just set this up.
Let me be clear. I will not hesitate to increase this charge. If necessary, if the United States escalates, I will not hesitate to shut the electricity off completely. Believe me when I say I do not want to do this. I feel terrible for the American people because it's not the American people who started this trade war. It's one person who's responsible. That's President Trump. I'd rather be working together. I want to sell the U.S. more energy, more electricity, more critical minerals. I want to make Canada and the United States the richest, most successful, safest, most secure two countries on the planet. But as Premier, my number one job is to protect the people of Ontario and in hand protect the people of Canada. I will do whatever it takes. I will fight like I've never fought before to protect Ontario. Let me be clear. I will not hesitate to increase this.
Okay, so once again, it says Canada not for sale. Canada's Ontario Premier threatened to cut off power to the U.S., New York, Michigan, Minnesota. Doug Ford said this: if necessary, if the United States escalates, which Donald has slapped him with tariff. Remember, this information came out last night. He put this information out. Now, it seems like Doug is going to respond later today, so buckle up, America. If necessary, if the United States escalate, I will not hesitate to shut the electricity off completely. Buckle up. Buckle up. It's one person who's responsible. That's Donald. I will do whatever it takes. I will fight like I've never fought before to protect Ontario. Wow. What do you guys think? Leave comments down below. And again, a national emergency will be declared. Now, if you guys like the content, again, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. These links, again, you can find it on my Twitter page. I will share the news article in the description box. Again, one thing I tell you guys at the very end, this is like political stuff. The U.S. and Canada should not be, again, at the very end, we need to pray for each other. We need to pray for each other. It's like Ford said, it's one man doing it. Again, even Canada, they throwing tariff and all these countries. Again, I got a feeling a lot of people's gonna say that Donald is wrong. He should have, shouldn't be slapping tariff like that. Justin, the former Prime Minister Justin, he did send the soldiers to the U.S.-Canada border, along with more drones and surveillance cameras and stuff like that. And he did a lot of stuff that Donald demanded him to do, but it seems like it wasn't enough. And so now Canada is really fed up with Donald, saying, you know what, Donald, I think this is more than just fentanyl. I think this is a lot more than that. Donald's like, yeah, I want that to be a 51st state. Canada is like, it ain't gonna happen, dude. This is war. All right, so Again, leave comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get to access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.